Good day, my fellow Nigerians. You're welcome to today's discourse. Today, I want to talk about what I call dashed expectations and wake up. Now, this discourse basically has to do with 2023 and some of us whose expectations have been dashed. Of course, my expectations were not dashed because I knew what was going to happen. I knew that magic is in the air and you expect the magic all the time. Okay, let's look beyond 2023. Let's look at how to build our lives, your life and my life included. Let's look at how to build it irrespective of 2023. Okay? Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that some of us expect that the solution to our problem or the solution to our problems will come from the political class. But I've always emphasized that that is a no-no. No, the politicians cannot solve our problems. Why? Because can you solve a problem that you're part of? Can you profess a solution for a problem that you are part and parcel of? You can't. Because before you solve a problem, you have to step out of being part of the problem. Then you can solve it. Okay? So, politics is no leadership. Let's not confuse that. I define politics as the act of installing oneself in office, whether you're qualified or not. It's irrelevant. It's about how to install yourself in office. Leadership is about how to lead the people. Now, leadership sometimes is bestowed on people, but leadership is natural. It's the decision you take. Okay, so now why I say 2023, the elections of 2023 cannot solve our problems is this. Number one, we have a very unrealistic expectation of our politicians. What do I mean? Now, you find out that what we're doing is like a black pot expecting a kettle to be clean. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because in Nigeria, we have this attitude of work chop. Where I'm working is where I'm chopping. And like in the American Constitution, it is said that the government derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. What is the consent of the governed? The consent of the governed are those things we accept, allow, and tolerate in a society. We give consent to it, and it works for us. Now, I think Abraham Lincoln, in his letter to his son's teacher, said, teach him that for every selfish politician, there's a dedicated leader. That thing didn't happen for Nigeria. Because for every selfish politician you have like 1,000 people waiting to get into that office and job. Nobody's thinking, go there to lead. Lead who now? Who are you leading? We all want to job. It is in our culture. I'm not talking about the political class. I'm talking about even the religious circle. In fact, for me, the chop in the religious circle is worse than what you have in the political circle. Now, when you come to the private sector, then you are swimming inside work chop. How many people in Nigeria live on their salaries? How many? So, first, I want you to clean off that idea that the political class are going to solve our problem because they are never going to solve the problem. Because, okay, I think I have this theory that I call reflective democracy. People have defined democracy like government of the people, for the people, by the people, and yes. Even Fela said it's a demonstration of craziness. Yeah, to an extent, he's right. Now, but a people would always have the leaders that reflect who they are. If a society has greedy people, The leaders will be greedy because our leaders are not aliens. There is no nation that goes out to pick people from other nations to come and become their leaders. It's not done. Okay? So the people decide who their leader is by their attitude. So the leadership is a reflection, whether the majority agrees or not. It's about the attitude. And that's what we get. Now, by this saying, it is difficult for a good people to get a bad leadership. If a good people have bad leaders, it will be very easy for them to remove those people and install good leaders. Same thing, if a bad people get good leaders, it will be very easy for them to remove them and put the ones that they want. So whenever you have a system that has a leadership that cannot be removed, it is because the people are like that. Now, I'm not talking about like a monarchy system, because in monarchy systems, you're born into it. And whether the people are good or not, it doesn't matter. Except you have to rebel. And for you to rebel against that monarchy, you have to be more rugged than them. If it happens, fine. Okay? So, in reflective democracy, a people get what they deserve. The leaders are not aliens. They didn't choose them from Mars or Jupiter. No, it's from the community. If it's a nation, it's from that nation. If it's a tribe, it's from that tribe. And the qualities you see in the leader is what you see in the society. So democracy is reflective in the real sense of the word. Now, if we look at it, if we go deeper into it, let's look at the man called Peter. Peter Obi. And why I think that he cannot even solve the problems of Nigeria. Don't get me wrong. Peter Obi is a good man. He's a principled man. He's a disciplined man. He has what it takes to lead a people. But can you lead a people that are not willing to be led? Because leading Nigeria means a total reorientation of who we are. We're people that like to do things anyhow. Nobody cares about the rule of law. Nobody cares. Nigeria is a place where a policeman, a traffic warden, whom the law has put there to control traffic, is trying to tell you, okay, hold on. And you, who is a driver, you are driving a car, maybe because that your car can pay that policeman's 3 years salary. You are now asking him who gave him the right to stop you, and we are moving. We don't have rule. We don't have respect for leadership in Nigeria. Everybody behaves anyhow. Everywhere you go, people like it when they are free to behave the way they want. People like it when we disobey the authority. That's why when you go to even the universities, like in my days in school, when you paste something on the wall and you want people to read it, what you write is do not read. Because the moment you say do not read, some people will come there and that do not that you put there, that's what will inspire them to read it. But if you write read on top, nobody will read that thing. It's human nature. Yes, but it's worse in certain kinds of societies. So we don't have that followership. Yes, let me use the word followership. Yes, every day we cry in Nigeria, we don't have good leaders, we don't have good leaders, but the day we realize that we don't have good followership is the day we have taken the first step towards understanding our problems. Nigeria does not have good followership. You have to be a good follower before you can lead. And if you cannot follow, you can never lead. And even when you're a good leader, if you're in the midst of a people that are not ready to be led, you are as useless as can be. You know, Fidel Castro, who said something, he said, it is insane to be sane in an insane society. And there's a wise quote that says that, I think a wise man knows how to play a fool when he's with a fool. That is because even if you're a wise man and you're with a foolish man, if you go there and claim wisdom, he will belittle you and make a fool out of you. At the end of the day, you start doubting yourself if truly this your knowledge or this your wisdom is even the right thing. Because you're dealing with a fool. We like to do things anyhow. Let me give us a simple. How many of us, you listening to this now, how many times do you wear seatbelt when you enter your car? A simple instruction, do not use your phone in a petrol station. How many times have you gone into a petrol station and you refuse to use your phone? Or those of you that are using gases in your house, how many times do you abstain from using your phone in the kitchen? Now the day explosion happen, village people don't come, they don't do it. But the simple instruction is do not use your phone close to the gas because it can cause explosion. I'm surprised sometimes you're telling people that handling their phones or keeping their phones too close to their body, you have to convince somebody and convince, oh God, Jesus Christ. It's so embarrassing. It's a simple thing that even if you go through your phone safety manual, you will see it written there. Your phone should be a few inches away from your body at all times. But here, you go convince somebody, you show, even when you show him in the phone, he will say, forget all those things they write on the internet. So we have this attitude of, let's do it anyhow. And when a person who has that leadership quality, who should guide us, comes and starts talking, that man, will kill him. We'll kill him. Number one, the political class is not ready for Peter Obi. Yes, because they know that if the man enters there, all those chopping, he don't go. We, the unpolitical class, we're not ready for him because we don't like order, and he's going to bring order. We like disorder, chaos, because a lot of people feed out of it. In every system in Nigeria that you see that is going wrong or where things are not right, there are people feeding fat from it. That's why there are no statistics. There are no data. There is nothing. If you want to do a research on anything in Nigeria, go online. You rarely see reasonable data. What you see is all fictitious things that these are just fabrications that are created maybe because the site owner or the website owner wants to create facts. Where you may see some reasonable facts is from the academia. How many people go to the academia? Most research papers are in websites that you have to pay to read. I'm a deep researcher, but I never download those articles because those papers or whatever. How many websites will I start paying for to read papers? Papers that you long paper. I'm doing it simple and you're showing me long papers. So even the real data is not there. We don't have statistics of anything. We don't have statistics of how many cars are in Nigeria. We don't have statistics of how many hookup girls are in Nigeria. We don't have statistics of we have statistics of nothing. Even the number of items that are imported into Nigeria, there's no statistics for it. And a nation without statistics, where do you go? How do you grow? How do you now know where you stand? It's like a businessman, you don't have an accounting book. You just spend, input, intake, and you spend without any record. How will the business grow? So there are no statistics because we like to do things anyhow. And the moment you put in statistics, you checkmate that particular sector or that particular organization or that particular institution. And that checkmate is what people don't want. That's why every year we keep hearing ghost workers. Who are the ghosts? Is it our ancestors that died, that came and became ghost worker and is chopping salary? So we, the unpolitical class, or we, the people that are being led, we're not ready for him. We're not ready. That's the truth. Now, I was discussing with somebody someday. He said Nigeria runs on, I don't want to use the word he used, but there's a lot of monies going sideways that is not the real kind of money, or that is not, how do I put it now? It's not, I don't want to use the word. it's not legal money. There's a lot of illegality, there's a lot of unscrupulous things going on, and that's how a lot of people survive. It doesn't run on our budget. Now, there's a video I made where I talked about the 5 cabals in Nigeria. We, the people that are being led, we constitute a cabal on our own. We constitute a cabal, and that cabal is that we want to make money at all costs. So even if we have to collapse a system to our benefit, we will do it. That's why a market woman that sells oil will go to the market today. She buys oil, comes back. Tomorrow, they have increased the price of the oil. This one she bought yesterday, she will increase the price to that new inflation. It doesn't occur to her that she's making life difficult for people. No, it doesn't occur to her. Government bad. Try this government. They no care. Talking about the government. But you are doing business and you're making life more difficult for people. You work in a petrol station, there is fuel scarcity, people will have to pay you 200-300 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira for you to fill their tank or for you to put fuel for them. And whenever there is fuel scarcity, automatically every petrol station starts selling with 1 pump or 2 pumps. And I start wondering, are you doing these things to non-human beings? Even animals should be treated right. So, but when you do these things, I don't know. But the truth is, we need to wake up, we need to stand up, we need to do something. Because the way we're managing ourselves is not going to take us anywhere. Even if we bring a saint and put him at the helm of affairs, he will fail. Because we're not ready. Everybody wants to chop. Now, let me ask you this question. If you have 50 people, your contact list in your phone, there are 50 of them. How many people out of these 50 do you think have financial integrity? That you can say, if you did business with this person, you can comfortably go to your house and relax and know that your money is safe with him. Or maybe you did business with somebody and now they're about to pay you guys. There are 3 or 4 of you. How many people from your phone that maybe the person that is supposed to pay the money wants to pay about maybe 10 million, 5 million, and you're not in town? Maybe you traveled for vacation. I say, oh boy, okay, let me pay that money for your account. When I come back 2 weeks later, we'll talk about the sharing formula. How many people? Or how many people do you so trust that you have money that you don't want to use? You go and give it to them and say, hold it. And when you don't have financial integrity as a person, your integrity is really at stake. And you will not go far in life. Because as an individual, you must be able to control money. So, as a people, do we have the financial integrity? No. No, we don't. We don't have it. And that's why our nation is the way it is. And that's why we'll be seeing so many more magic in the future. Magic never finish. Magic is a continuous thing. We'll always see magic. Because the nature of the people we have, money makes the world go round. But it's especially amongst foolish people. Because if you have integrity, money will not make you do what you're not supposed to do. And until we pass that stage, we're not going anywhere. How many organizations have integrity in Nigeria when you talk about integrity? How many? Which organization? Which institution? Is it the religious? Is it even our elders? Our ancestors were so refined that you go to certain communities in the market, they keep money and they keep money beside their items for sale, and people come pick it and go. But today, even when you call meeting, you declare beer in your front. Celine Dion said right in front of you, you will see people supporting the man with a crazy idea. And you won't be able to do anything. Why? Because why you go come meeting, you know, declare beer. Say you want to suffer people. So where are we talking about integrity? Where's the integrity? Okay? So my message is this. Please, right now, you need to dust yourself of that idea. Dust off yourself of that idea that the political class will solve our problem, because it is a lie. Even in the next 50 years, the political class cannot solve our problem. That's the truth. They cannot. Because we ourselves, our own no good. Our own no good. So that's why we'll always produce people that reflect our kind. So dust yourself of that idea and think about how to build yourself, because the truth is your success is not dependent on the economy. It's a fact. It's a scientific fact. Let me use that word. Why do I say scientific? It's scientific in the sense that it has been repeatedly done. When several times they've done several surveys in billion-dollar economies, and it's been discovered that over 90% of millionaires and billionaires are first-generation millionaires. What does it mean? They were born maybe in poverty. Even one of the world's richest man, John D. Rockefeller, he was born in poverty. But he built his success. Okay? So, your success is not dependent on the economy. It's not dependent on any person. Because for those of you that have tied your success for in 2023 and above to one man in P2B, what if he doesn't win in court? Are you going to tell me that because he doesn't win in court, you will fail in life? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you will fail in life because he didn't win in court? Or because something didn't happen? To be very personal, I'm not expecting anything in all those court cases. Have you had court cases in Nigeria before? Dust yourself of that idea, because that idea is analog. Start building yourself. What we need in Nigeria now is to create a vision for ourselves. Nigeria lacks vision, and no nation grows without a vision. We don't have a vision. What's our national conscience? We don't have a national conscience. So first, it starts with you and I. Create a vision for yourself outside government, outside politics, outside the economy. It is you who makes up the economy. Yes, I know a difficult economy may make, if you're living in a very successful economy, you may take one step and you're achieving 5-step results. But in a difficult economy or in a challenging economy or 1,000 naira economy, let me use that word, not a millionaire economy, 1,000-year economy. If you're living in a 1,000-year economy, you have to strive harder to be successful. But the truth is, if you're meant to be successful, if you have the determination, if you're not one of those people complaining every day, how this one is bad, that one is bad, if you're working towards your own growth, you would always achieve the success you desire. You will always achieve the success you work towards, because in life, the simple key is that whatever the mind can conceive and believe in and work towards with faith, persistence, and determination, it can achieve. I didn't say whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. Whatever the mind can conceive and work on with dedication, faith, persistence, hard work, it will achieve. So if you have a dream, build your dream. Don't depend that the government or politician will come and enter office, then you will now repair Nigeria. Try it. Just go to maybe your religious home or the organization you belong to. Try to stop the choppings there. Go on a town meeting, on a village meeting. Go there and try to stop the disunity. Or just very simple. Create a WhatsApp group, put rules and regulation. Put rules and regulation. Add people to the group and manage that group for 2 months. then you will understand the nature of leadership. If you're not careful, people will even move the motion to change the group aims and objectives, and they may win you. Yes, you created a group, you brought people in, so does it mean that you will lord over them? Create a WhatsApp group, then you will understand what leadership is. So we need to create a vision for Nigeria, because the truth is Nigeria stands at a crucial epoch when the effort or the laxity of this generation will either take us into the future we envisage or will plunge us into the pit that we're scared of or that we have dug for ourselves. The world is going far. The world is growing every day. The world is innovating itself. And we're still here waiting for government to right the wrong. Now lie. No government has ever repaired any nation. No government. It is the nation that repairs itself. If you grow yourself today, if you have an idea to become the best mechanic in the world, you can open up a mechanic company and you employ 1 million Nigerians. It's possible. There are companies abroad whom have employed millions of people worldwide. Those people are not going to complain about how the scarcity of the economy is. No. Rather, they will only be complaining when they can't meet up with their goals. Like if they have a goal of saying this next 2 years, 3 years, we're going to have 15,000 more branches. And at the end of that 3-4 years, they were able to have 4,000 branches and they employed maybe 50,000 people. They'll be complaining. Or if they set a target that we're going to make 4 billion, 10 billion, and at the end of the year, they are making 3 billion, they'll be complaining. So we need to look beyond politics. You need to look into yourself now, because what you'll always see is magic, and I don't believe in such magic. Personally, I don't believe the politicians have the solution to the problems of the world. It's not just about Nigeria. Globally, politicians don't have the solution, because the leadership of every society, the leadership of every organization sometimes constitute the major problem. Look at the pharmaceutical industry. Look at what's happening with COVID. Today we are saying this one do, that one do, vaccine, no vaccine. Look at everywhere, every problem. Look inside our system. You see that the kitchen cabinet, the upmen, the headmen are part and parcel of that problem. Okay? So, look beyond politics. Look into yourself, because your success is within you. Your success is within you. Build yourself. But most importantly, when you're building yourself, I want you to understand that you're not building yourself for yourself. You're building yourself for Nigeria. We need to go beyond that personal success to collective success. We need to start thinking of Nigeria as a nation. And we need to start thinking how we can build this nation. And the most successful way we can do it is through personal success. Because if you're successful, you add value to a lot of lives. And when you add value to a lot of lives, you make the place a better place. You make the society a better place. We have what it takes. We're determined people. We're hardworking people at a certain level. Yeah, some of us are very hardworking. Some of us are putting so much effort. And the result we expect, it's not commensurate with our effort. And sometimes we get discouraged. But what I want to tell us now is don't get discouraged, because the truth is, success is in front of you. If I go a little bit religious, if, what's his name? The guy that went to prison, Joseph. If Joseph was shown that for him to achieve that is great, he will go to prison, he will do this, he will do, woman go seduce her, he go see me, be this thing. I say, no, I don't want suck, I don't want suck. Do you think he would? Do you think it's easy for you to see, like, they say, oh boy, come and suck this thing for free? And you not say you're my gas boss. Eh? Breast. I say no one soak. Two. So life has its tones, it has its ways. Challenges may come on the path, but that does not mean that you cannot be successful. You will be successful. Nigeria can be successful. I believe in Nigeria. I believe that we can build a great nation because we have what it takes. If I go a little bit funny, or if I go a little bit, I don't know how to put it, but Nigeria is positioned at the trigger of Africa. We're the trigger. And that's why everything that happens in Nigeria, everything that happens in Nigeria affects Africa as a whole. Yes. So we're the trigger. We only have to find a way and adjust that trigger and make sure that we're triggering or we're shooting out things into the world. Things worthy of who we are. We say we're a giant, yes. But let us show that giant in the things we do. Let us become the great people that we can be. We have what it takes. You have what it takes to be successful. Yes, if you look within you, you find it out. Build yourself, build your career. If you have a career, build in it. There is virtue in work. There is decency in work. It doesn't matter the nature of the work you are doing. Even if you're doing a job that people disregard, it's not about it. Tomorrow, if you grow that job or grow that work to a point where you're making 7, 8, 9 digits, you sit down in your office, and if you want to drink wine, those people that laughed at you when you were still small, they will not have access to you. Because life is not about starting small. Life is about growing big. So never disregard the things you do. Rather, do it with the dedication to grow it. Yes, the economy is somehow, but use words of affirmation. Have faith in yourself and pray about it. Yes, prayer is part of the equation for success. Not in vocal, no. In prayers that when you pray that God, I want to do this, you live the life that is equivalent or that is instrumental to achieving that thing that you have prayed for. It's not God you be praying, maybe you're doing a business, you pray, God, give me plenty customers. Then all of your customers are coming to you, you are cheating them. You know, go walk. Okay? So, yes, pray and practically apply your prayers. You say, for every skill, for everything you do, there is a skill set you have to learn to make it successful. One, like I always say, we as a nation, we need to learn what is management. Because even in the cases where we've had good things that come from the government or from higher authorities, like in our offices and where we work, in most cases we do them shabbily. Because some of us, like, anyhow, nothing they happen, and so we did do them. And when you want to even correct people or let them understand that it should be done this other way, they say, see this guy, I beg you, me, I no be a Igbo person. Or some people will tell you, no, do that change here. Wait, man, chop my own first, go. Then if you want change, you change anything. So let's look beyond those things. Let's look into ourselves and create the success we desire, because we can be great. We're a great nation. So contribute to the nation using your own self. Use yourself as service. Leadership is service. So lead the nation via who you are. You can be great. I can be great. Nigeria can be great. Let's work towards materializing that greatness. I believe in Nigeria and I believe in you. Thank you for listening. If you have comments or questions, you can put it down and I'll come back to answer your questions. Thank you once more. Cheers.